So, Dr. Buzz, let me come to you because I really want to talk with you a little bit about the case within the case within the case, and that's the divorce matter that really started all of this off and that Darren Mack says drove him at least to insanity with regard to the judge. And, you know, there have been these other very, very famous divorce cases. Celebrity cases usually get the most attention. Yes. And let's talk about a few of those, but I really want to discuss the larger context of what is the psychology of people going through a divorce, unlike any other legal proceeding. Yes. You know, there's the very famous Mike Tyson and Robin Givens case, which was very public and included allegations back and forth of all kinds of bad behavior, including physical violence. There's the famous Ivana Trump and Donald Trump divorce, and he's had many a wife. And then there's more recently this horrible situation with Sheen and Denise Richards, his wife, now divorcing. And there's, of course, always Britney. We can always get her into every story. And here, it's not about her insanity. It's about her divorce with K-Fed, which really hasn't been so awful in terms of the divorce itself, but a lot of custody issues around her capacity to care for the children. I'm sure pain for all the parties involved. And then my personal favorite, the ugliest of them all in my view, Woody Allen and Mia Farrow. Yes. He marries the child they raised together. Sorry, Woody, I love your movies, but I just can't get your back on this one. All right, so tell me what happens, Buzz, to the mental state of people going through the family court system that doesn't happen in any other context, even criminal court. Yes. People don't get as worked up as they do around divorce and child custody. Why?
So true. You're fighting with someone who you once loved. You're fighting with someone who you were once totally devoted to. You're fighting with someone who you thought you'd be spending the rest of your life with. And then you find out that you've fallen out of love or they found someone new.
No!
Yeah, it happens, Jamie. It's really tragic. And of course, many marriages are based on very superficial foundations. They're based on looks, they're based on physical attraction, they're based on appearances, they're based on money.
What's wrong with all of that? I like it. Looks, attraction, physical appearance, and money.
Okay.
What's the problem with that?
I love your honesty, but they make a very poor foundation for long-term marriage.
So what do you need for long-term marriage? And let's be fair, it's not just about marriage. You know, I don't want to get caught up in American political life, but, you know, partnership. Let's talk about long-term committed partnership between two adults.
Yes.
What do you need?
Well, the best marriages don't necessarily have to do with love. And I know that sounds a little crazy, but the best marriages, the best relationships have to do with good negotiation skills, good give and take, listening to the person, actually listening to what they have to say and reaching realistic compromises. You gotta give and take. It's not just about me, it's not just about you. A lot of people have control issues. A lot of people want to be in control.
Not me.
Okay, that's good. You sound like you'll make a great, you are in a good marriage, so I know that.
You're saying, what's love got to do with it? Nothing, right? And you know what else, Dr. Buzz? This notion of romantic love is relatively recent. If you go back 50, 100 years, marriages were made based on the needs of the family, the desire to keep communities together. It had very little to do with romantic love. Look, I'm a romantic. I love that stuff. But I don't know. I think I'm with you, Dr. Buzz. I don't know that it always leads, especially now that we live to be 80, 90, 100 years old. You got to look at someone for 50 years. There better be more than just physical attraction. Right, Dr. Buzz, let me come to you. Maybe the tape doesn't convince you, but you heard what Gene Cassara says. He grabs this little itty-bitty rifle that really, by all accounts, shouldn't have managed to reach to the judge 2 football fields away.
Yes.
That doesn't suggest premeditation. That suggests a nutty state of mind. That's my legal term. A nut. He's a nut.
Okay. He also could have, you know, he's not, you know, he has limited coping skills. He just killed his wife. Yeah. He's not covering her with a blanket. He's not calling 911. He's cleaning off this gun. That's his priority. His priorities are skewed. His perception is, oh, my gosh, you know, if it was spontaneous, if it was impulsive, I just murdered my wife. Who's to blame? Not me. The judge is to blame. So now I'm going to get him.
But not insane, in your view.
No, justified. He feels very justified. He's very, very self-centered, and he's also being egged on by this person behind the video camera. This group seems to support him. He really is being justified by the support group and his current girlfriend. You know, people who have hate, people who have anger, often seek other hate-minded people. They're looking for justification. It's what we call confirmatory bias. They're looking for people just to confirm their own bias, their own hatred. And that's what I'm seeing. Sorry, Jamie, that's what I'm seeing, not a delusional disorder.
You're not coming back. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Dr. Buzz. You're my favorite guest. I love you. And I love that film, Slashdance, that you were in, and I wanted to play it today, but I was told that that just wasn't appropriate. So we'll have to wait for the Phil Spector retrial, which is going to happen in just about 6 months. So we will rest for the day. But a big thank you to my friend, Dr. J. Buzz von Ornsteiner.